My name's Stephen Ashcroft. I'm currently a DNA analyst for a forensics company, and in my spare time I coach my old rugby team. I joined the Air Force back in 2005. Just a few months after I passed out, we were deployed to Afghanistan, and then we were deployed out into Iraq early 2008. And I actually had a little girl while I was out in Iraq, halfway through, so that was tough. We redeployed back to Afghanistan, and it was just 5 weeks into that tour when I was wounded. On the day of the incident, we had a call that there were some rockets facing towards Kandahar airfield. As a force protection unit, that's our job, to maintain the security of the airfield and the safety of the people on the airfield. It turned out that they weren't really rockets. It was actually in order to get us into a vulnerable situation. When we were leaving that area, that was when my vehicle drove over an improvised explosive device. The next thing I remember was a couple of weeks later waking up in the hospital with my girlfriend and my dad at the end of the bed, attempting to explain that I was back in the UK. One thing with the RAF regiment, it does start to become a way of life. So for me, the key aspect to making a successful transition into civilian life was to find a job that I was going to be really passionate to do. And for me, the degree, which was a biology degree in the end, that was vital in order for me to make that successful transition.
So actually it's our great privilege to help people like Stephen. We provide support grants for educational purposes, for degree courses, for training courses to get their skill base up for the specific sort of jobs that they might want to do. And for us this is really important because it's about them sustaining themselves in their new life, getting a job they can be proud of, something they can apply themselves to and have that routine which we all seek.
Without the funding from the RAF Benevolent Fund, I wouldn't have been able to afford the cost of university at the time, which would have meant I would have ended up maybe choosing a different civilian career path, or possibly getting myself into debt in order to train up to do something that I wanted to do as a civilian.